Hello dear students, how are you? Today lesson is the heart, page 34. Objectives, what are the heart specifications? Second, the structure of the heart. And 3, how does the heart work or functions, how he pushes blood around the body. And then we shall see a little demo which shows us live, how the heart really works. It shows us the dynamics of the heart working. Heart specifications. The size of the heart is just like the size of your hand fist. So if you make your hand just like a fist, your heart, the size of your heart is approximately the size of your hand. The position of the heart is on a little bit on the left side from the center of your body. So this is the center of your body, and the heart, as you see, is a little bit on the left side here, and it is protected by ribs, the chest bones, so that it protected from outside forces or outside pressure, and the heart is a little bit, as I said, to the left side of from the center of the body. From what is made, the heart is a muscle. The heart is really a very strong muscle. This muscle uses the process of contracting and relaxing. It contracts, these muscles, they contract together, they squeeze blood outside, and it circulates around the body. And when it relaxes, and the pressure is little inside the heart, what happened to the blood? Flow inside the heart, and then contracts again, and it pushes, squeezes blood outside. So this is how very simple how the heart works. Now we come to the structure of the heart. First we start from here. The main artery. We have two things are main. We have the main artery and we have the main vein. The main artery, do you see this red thick artery here? This is the main artery. This one, also the walls of this artery are a little bit stronger and thicker from the walls of the vein. Why? Because here the pressure is very high. The pressure here is very high because the blood is at maximum pressure here, because from here the blood will be transported to all parts of the body. So that's why the walls of the artery here is thicker than vein and anywhere else. So this one is the strongest place. And if you like to measure the pulse of somebody, here you can feel it, the best place to feel the pulse of somebody here, because it's very clear and very strong. So this place here, this artery, as I said, it takes oxygenated blood. Just like before, if you see something red is oxygenated, that means blood that have oxygen. When it's blue, there is no oxygen in it. So this is red, this is take oxygenated blood away from the heart into the other parts of the body. Okay, so this is the main artery, a strong artery, because it is the main supplier of blood for the body. And we have the main vein. This vein brings the deoxygenated blood from all parts of the body into the heart, into the heart. And the vein, and this is a vein also here. This vein is connected to two lungs. So the blood comes from two lungs, from two veins. They join together and they make one vein here, and they bring here oxygenated blood. And we call this the upper chamber. This is the upper chamber. Each heart have two upper chambers and two lower chambers, like 4 rooms. This is 1 room, 2 rooms, 3 rooms, and 4 rooms. This is called the upper room or the upper chamber, and this is the lower chamber. Upper chamber and lower chamber. So this one here, do you see it? This vein, the blood come oxygenated from the lungs into the heart, from the lungs into the heart. Okay, into the heart. And we have here something now new. This white two things here are two valves, just like two doors or two gates or doors or valves. We have 4 of them in the heart. This is 1, and this is 2, and this is 3, and this is 4. Okay, what is the function of these valves? It's very easy. The function of these valves, they allow the blood only to flow in one direction. So when the blood comes from here, from the lungs, oxygenated, and he goes down here, by, in which process? By relaxing. Okay, Then when the heart make contraction, it never goes back. It never goes back in this way. It goes in which way? It goes in this way, so that it goes to the other parts of the body. The same thing goes for the deoxygenated blood. When it comes here, okay, through this gate to the lower chamber, in which process? In the relaxing process, because the walls, you see these walls? The walls of the heart will get relaxed, and the size of the heart will be expanded. The size is expanded, so the blood will come inside because low pressure. But then when the heart contracts, what happens? Squeezes blood outside. When it squeezes blood, so that we can ensure that this blood never goes back again here, but it goes in this way. Okay? Why in this way, in the blue way? So that it goes into the lungs through this artery, so that it gets oxygenated again in the lungs. So this one here brings deoxygenated blood, comes down by contraction, goes in this side. We shall see that live now in the afterwards, how this works really, in fact. But only you have to know that what is this, which artery, which vein bring blood from where to where, what are the four valves, and what the function of these four valves. So this one here is the artery, the main artery, which brings, look, you bring the blood by contraction. The blood will come from through this valve, through this main artery to the rest of the body, but never comes back because there's a door here, which permit him from going back only in one direction. Exactly for this artery. These two are arteries. This is a red artery and this is a blue artery, and both of them, they are taking blood away from the heart. Both of them, this one, the red one and the blue one, they are taking blood away from the heart to the somewhere. This one is taking them to the lungs to get oxygenated, and this one, because it's red, so it's taking oxygenated blood to the other tissues in the body. Okay. So this is the four valve, and this is the lower chambers here, and I think that's all concerning this place here. How do the heart functions? How it works? I wrote this in red and blue so that you know. Red is oxygenated blood and blue is deoxygenated blood. As we know that the heart is as a muscle. By contracting, what happens? Squeezes out the blood. Which blood we squeeze out of the heart? Oxygenated blood to the other parts of the body. And when it relaxes, comes deoxygenated blood into the heart, okay, so that it gets squeezed again by contraction to the lungs to get oxygenated, and so on. The circle goes on. In both cases, there are valves. Their main function is to allow blood only to flow in one direction, as you see here. This is the valve number 1, valve 2, this is 3 and 4. These two valves are controlling the blood between the two chambers here and here, and these two valves will permit the blood to flow only in one direction into the arteries. One artery taking the blood to the lungs to get oxygenated, and the other artery, which is the strong one, the main one, take the oxygenated blood to the other parts of the body. Okay. Here are more clearly the valves. These names are not important now. These names here, okay? I don't want these names for you. I only like to show you the process of the valve. As I told you, do you see this blue one? Do you see this one? Where it goes? Let us speak about these two reds. These two reds, as I told you, they come from where? From where they come? They come from the lungs. This comes from one lung, oxygenated blood, and this is oxygenated blood. They join together and then they bring the blood here in this place in the upper chamber from the left side, okay? And these two also, they take the blood from the lower chamber from the right side to the lungs to get oxygenated. So these blue are the arteries who are taking blood from the lower chamber, and these red are veins. They bring the oxygenated blood from the lungs. So these two bring the blood there, and these they bring them back oxygenated. And the valves are here. This is the first valve, and second, third, and fourth. It looks like this, something like that. This is which it is just like